Hello, my Sparks and Starlings, and welcome to another episode of Stella's Dream Journal. Have you ever woken up and had that realization of like, wait a second, that was a pretty cool dream. I want to write that down real quick. Maybe it'll turn into a story idea or something later. Well, in this series, that's exactly what you'll be able to see. I wrote down some old dreams I had in an old dream journal, as well as some old daydreams I thought were really cool, and I'm going to piece them together and create a story. Okay, so I'm referencing my old dream journal, which I will not show for various reasons. I am referencing the page I have of photos that I found online that remind me of this girl I saw in my dream, and some quotes that I found that I thought reminded me of her. I also will be referencing another page in my journal where I had found aesthetic photos of guys I think would look a lot like my dog. It's mostly like guys with golden hair because my dog is a golden doodle, and just like some quotes too of that I thought reminded me of him. So let's think. I'm curious, what's the relationship between these two characters? Are they like related? Are they maybe interested in each other romantically? You know, what's the story here? Okay, so for starters, I'm not really sure what the relationship is going to look like yet between them, but I think that's a really interesting aspect that I should be considering about. But for now, I'll just be drawing what these characters look like so I get an idea of who they are, their personalities, and so on. I got these metallic markers from Burlington, and I think I want to try them out, see if they're what they look like with sketches. Ooh, okay. That is not transparent over like I was hoping it would be. Or it's like opaque but still transparent so you can still see the sketch. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna grab out my fake Copics BRB. I use Artify alcohol markers, and I really like them. They blend well. They're opaque, but they still they don't like cover up your sketch like that marker did. Okay, I'm gonna try not to do anything too fancy, because I don't know how much time I have. So I'm going to use, is this black? Yes, perfect. I got these markers and this little thing and that little guy off Shein, which is like amazing. I also got the outfit I'm wearing off Shein too. It's got nice things and it's not too expensive. It's like Amazon but on steroids for me. Okay, I'm thinking this is gonna be kind of funny. But one of them has a dream about the other person. I don't really have much of a story plot right now. I just have characters. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with this. As I draw him, I'm getting like Beach Boy vibes. Not the artist, but just like that kind of aesthetic where he's a guy that likes to hang out at the beach a lot. So he's got like sand in his hair. It's not very obvious, but you'll get the idea. It's funny though, my dog does not like the water. He's okay with the beach, but it's just funny because this is like polar opposites, but I'm just gonna go with it because I don't have much inspiration right now other than this. Oh, I totally forgot where I was going with this. I just remembered I mentioned that one of them has a dream about the other, and I was trying to figure out, have they met each other before the person had a dream about the other person? Or is it like, did they meet each other after the dream? Okay, I have an idea. This, I'm doing his sand in his hair right now. But here's the story idea. So this guy has a crush on this girl, but the girl is his sister's best friend, and so he's like, well, that's weird. I don't really want to like this girl because I don't want to take her away from my sister, or like, I don't know. It would be kind of weird if your brother was dating your best friend, wouldn't it? And so he's like, well, this is interesting. And then one of them has a dream about the other one, and what happens then? Gonna look through this aesthetic stuff I have. Ooh, beachy vibes. Beautiful. Okay, I have an idea. I have a setting. They're having a beach night with a bonfire. Oh, that sounds so nice. Okay, setting. Beach bonfire at sunset. Excuse me if I misspelt anything. Okay, so it's a group of them. Probably some friends and stuff, and they're on this beach bonfire trip. I like this sticker. It's like, I think there's supposed to be, like, it's 2 palm trees in the clouds, and there's a hammock. I'm gonna use that as inspiration. Somebody's gonna be in a hammock. I've never had a bonfire on the beach, so, excuse me if this is not entirely accurate. Maybe you have to dig a little pit or something, and then light the bonfire for safety reasons. I don't know. I've never done that before. Wait, maybe they're all turned around and taking a photo. Maybe that's why that guy is doing a little peace sign. Okay, that kind of gives you the setting. This is good stuff. Okay, who's in the hammock? Are any of the characters I just made up, are any of them in the hammock right now? I see him being in the hammock so much, like, yeah, if anybody's in the hammock, it could be either of them, I believe, but I really want him to be in the hammock because it just seems so fitting for some reason. Oh yeah, maybe he's had a long day of, maybe this is a weekend, a long day of surfing and stuff like that, and so he's just chilling with his friends, trying to stay warm as it's a cold beach night with the bonfire. Okay, I'm going to try to make this a short and sweet story. Maybe somebody whispers something in somebody's ear. Maybe they're doing like, oh, I have an idea. Okay. Somehow his sister finds out that he likes her best friend. Maybe he told his best friend, and then somehow the best friend told her or something. I'm not sure. Maybe he wasn't supposed to tell her, but he did. And they're at this bonfire party, right? Well, not really party. It's just a little gathering of people. Nothing crazy or wild. But they decide to play the telephone game. And what goes around the group is from his sister. His sister starts it. Something along those lines. Ta-da. So it's like a cute little, like, story, but it's short and sweet. Oh, and then the reason why she's okay, the sister's okay that he dates her, is because, well, of course, the other girl likes him, and she's the one that had the dream of him. And she tells her, and she's like, oh my gosh, I think I might like him, but that's so weird. Is that okay with you? And then she's like, oh, okay, so you guys both like each other. I'm okay with that. I would give these characters names, but the thing is, I like looking up what names mean and then giving that name to a person, but also making sure the name is pronounceable. And people aren't just like, wait, how do you pronounce that? That's such a unique name. I don't know how to pronounce it off the top of my head. And I just try not to make it too hard on people. But yeah, I would name these characters. It's just I don't really have a device open and out right now that I can look up names and be like, oh yes, this is what their names should be. So, oh wait, starts it, and he's at the end of it. That's the point. Is she's at the beginning of the game, like she's at the beginning of the telephone game circle, and he's at the end of it. And so at the end, he hears this: "I'm alright if you date my best friend." I'm just gonna assume all the friends are into it, like they're all into the, oh my gosh, they like each other and stuff like that. they're all okay with it and stuff. Let's make this aesthetically pleasing though, shall we? With the color purple, naturally. Oh man, I just realized I could have made the person who's taking the photo the dark-haired girl. Because you don't see her in the picture really. Oh well, I can still add her. Haha. Doesn't have to be too realistic. It can just be identifiable. It can just be enough to where you can hopefully identify her as who she is. Okay, so that's the light source because it's dark. And there's also flash probably on the camera, of course. So that's another light source. It's kind of far away from it, so it's gonna be darker over here. Maybe it should be I'll be alright if you date my best friend. That's more sweet. Like, hey, I know it's gonna be hard, but I'll be alright. And we gotta have his sister in here somewhere, so I gotta add more eyelashes. Okay, see, she starts it, and he ends it. Okay, so she's gonna be here. They're gonna go this way. And, oh my gosh, I can't, oh, I wish I was there to see her expression when, like, she hears what's whispered, and she's probably into it still, like, she knows what's happening and stuff, and was already, like, agreed with, okay, we'll do this. But she's probably, like, her, when she hears that, she's probably giggling and, like, oh my gosh. Probably, like, smiling really brightly. I wish this had actually happened and I was there to witness it. That would have been cool. Now I want to write. What should the title be? My sister's best friend. Let's dive into the story. My sister's best friend. I was lounging on a hammock facing the bonfire and waves of the beach as I listened to the cold wind blow the sand in my hair away into the distance where my sister's best friend sat. I put up a peace sign as she took a photo of us all around the lighted campfire. Man, I thought to myself, she looks so happy right now. I wondered if she started dating that guy we all had the impression that she liked. Maybe that was why she was aglow from laughter and smiles. I tried not to mind, as I tried not to mind with all the others she had dated, but I did mind. I liked her, but she was my sister's best friend. How could my sister be okay with that? I didn't want her to feel or think I was stealing her best friend away. Suddenly, as it always happens, my sister started a game. Of telephone? Okay, sounded a bit babyish to me, but okay. I realized I would be the last one in the line of the game. That didn't really bother me, but what did was the fact that my sister's best friend giggled when her friend whispered the phrase into her ear. Oh no, did the phrase have something to do with the guy she might be dating? I was upset when it came to be my turn, but I wouldn't be for long. My eyes almost popped out of my head when I heard what my sister had said. It was, I'll be alright if you date my best friend. I was in shock. Did she mean it, or was it just a mean joke? I didn't repeat the phrase out loud for all to hear until I processed my thoughts and feelings. I knew my sister, knew it would be hard if I dated her best friend. Did she mean it? Finally I said, is this a joke? My friends burst out laughing, which scared me, but then they all said, no, it's not a joke. Days later, as I was dating my sister's best friend, I got to hear that she once had a dream of me and told my sister. Shortly after, my sister picked up that I liked her best friend. And that's the story of how I met your mother, kids.